Let me just go search for the YouTube link. It should be here. Yep. Here's the link. I'll just share this on Telegram now. And that's perfect. Okay, I will change this couple of windows from place to place. We'll reorganize this a little bit. Okay. Yeah, we're ready to start. Martin, do you want to go first with the updates?
Sure. So I've been working, looking into Lighthouse. First, I wanted to see like some of the performance metrics they have, especially for block processing. I got blocked with trying to install Prometheus. It seems like I wasn't successful because it was not compatible with OS X. So thanks, Mega, for that pointing that out. Then it was confirmed in the Lighthouse Discord. And then I was also working on the execution call, like looking a little bit like what Lighthouse is doing to see if I'm missing something. Well, one of the things we don't have, which is quite important, is we should kind of like not block the block processing while we are calling the execution payload with a new payload. So I'm gonna work on that, making like a task and making sure that it is we're not blocking the return from that call, and we let like the block processor continue. And then also working with storing the state of the execution, if it's optimistic or verified. That's it for me.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Thank you for taking the work on. God's Power is next.
Good day, everyone. Yesterday, I um I made updates based on Thomas comments on my PR, and I also started work on organization of containers, um, mostly studying the functions and seeing how encoding currently works. And I'm making progress in that. And today I'll continue doing that. Hopefully, I would make a draft PR today. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for the updates. The next one is Fernando.
Yes. For my part, I keep working on the SDLC generic test. I was able to optimize all the tests for the passive types, so the valid and the invalid tests are passing. And now I will be working with the same, but for the containers. Also, the invalid tests are not passing, so we try to add more constraints on that part.
That's awesome. Did you start a PR for the generic one, or are you planning to do a PR for both of those in the same PR, like the generic and the container one?
Yeah, in the same PR because it's related. Yeah, I already pushed a PR with the basic types. We let's commit for the containers.
Sure. If that's something that can be done like relatively shortly, that's perfectly fine. If you find that that fixing the container tests takes a lot of time, like more than a couple of days, maybe when we can just start a PR with the first part, review it, get it merged, and then we can add the container ones. But that's only if the containers fix proves to be slower than you thought originally. So just some small advice there. Uh, Perfect. Thanks for fixing the spec tests. I'm very happy that we are reaching a state of the SSL library where we are very, very near to integrating it with our consensus node. That would be an epic milestone as well. So thank you for taking that work. The next one is Tomas.
Yesterday we had a syncing call with Thomas and Martin. I found out in that call that we could maybe run the test with the DB, and I made a PR with that. With that, the only blocker for removing the blocks and state blocks from the store was since the only blocker was the tests. I also made a PR removing those. Today I'm gonna work on adding adding the cache for the states. I already have an idea on how to do that. It's basically the same as the blocks one. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna be working on today. Maybe if I
Sorry, go
finish
ahead.
it maybe if I finish it, I'm gonna add I had an idea for refactoring the tests. So maybe simplify a bit the setup. That's all.
That's awesome. Yeah, thanks for working on that. Using the DB in the tests is, I think, one of the most important things that we can do. Because if we don't have that, we are not testing our actual production node. We are testing something different. So it's a great improvement. Thanks for taking that work. The next one is Mete.
Hello everyone. I'm done with the state root by ID part. Now, like you can write block root and get the state root from that one. And I think I'm done with that. And I still work on finding how we can see if the execution is optimistic in engine API, but I couldn't find anything yet.
Let's think afterwards, because we kind of have like the code for that. But
Okay.
So what you're trying to do is know when you get a Beacon API call if the execution is optimistic or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's think afterwards. But that's something that we should store in the DB when we make a call to the engine API. And I have already done it. I mean, I was working on that. So you just should like make an additional call to the DB to fetch the execution status.
All right.
Perfect. As for me, I'm the last one for the updates. Yesterday I worked a bit on the workshop for today because there were a couple of slides that I wanted to add. I reviewed a couple of PRs, studied a little bit of distributed systems, and that's it for yesterday. It was more of a reading day than a writing code day. Probably today I will get back to something like that after reviewing fork choice algorithms for the workshop. I noticed there's a couple of things that we may be able to pre-compute that might save us some time. I will first see if that's something we want. Like I will add some benchmarks to see how fast or not we are calculating the head of state, and try to compare that to other clients, which I think it's kind of similar to what Martin was doing with a different part of the client. And I will see if improving this, like pre-computing stuff, makes a significant improvement, and hopefully merge it. But that will take, like, what I will focus on today is actually doing some research to see if other clients have times that are very different from us while calculating the head. Yeah, that's my updates for today. Do we have any final comments or questions? All right, if we don't have anything, then I will see you in exactly 2 minutes for the workshop. We'll be exactly here. I will just change the stream title, and then we will be streaming to YouTube, to the same YouTube channel. Okay, thank you everyone for joining. See you all